Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to the farm. We're actually on the farm now and it's March. It is 80 degrees in March. It's unbelievable. Everything's beautiful and greening up here on the farm. Those are our baby chicks. Those are our laying hens for the year. We've been moving that mobile coop around the yard quite a bit. And what we're going to be doing today is putting the rough cut deck on the Swisher mower. If you didn't catch yesterday's video, I'll post a link to it at the end of this video. But we went through the factory at Swisher. This is made in America stuff. It's good stuff. We're going to be working with the rough cut deck and we're going to cut up all this mess. So all this debris in the yard came from the flower bed. We're going to mulch this into our yard to build biomass, to build carbon so that our grass looks like it does, beautiful and green and awesome. We're going to show you how the decks switch out on the Swisher mower. We'll give you a little bit of tour of that machine and just have a little bit of fun here on the farm today. All right? Woo! Stoney Ridge Farm, Stoney Ridge. Alright guys, let's talk about this critter. This is the Swisher Big Mow. It comes with a 66-inch finish cut deck, and this is the 51-inch, I do believe, rough cut deck. And this has little miniature bush hog type blades on it, so you won't tear it up by going over some rough stuff. You can cut brush, you can cut tall grass, you can cut basically anything with this. This machine has a 32 horsepower Kawasaki motor on it. Again, it's all made in the USA, right in Missouri. We're gonna fire it up, we're gonna get busy, and then we're gonna switch decks once we run over all this trash. So we got a bunch of trash out here in the yard, all the way around the flower beds. A big thank you to Mrs. Stoney Ridge for doing that for me. It's really saved me a lot of time, and we're gonna mulch this stuff right back into our yard. A lot of folks mulch up their grass clippings, they bag them up, and then they throw them out of their yard. I don't know guys, post me a comment down there. Tell me how much sense that makes to throw fertilizer, to throw money out on your yard, and to take up the clippings that would save you money. It just doesn't make any sense. The goal with the yard is to build biomass, to build root structure, and if you take away the biomass, you take away the carbon and the nitrogen that's already in the grass, it just seems foolish to me. So we don't bag up any of our grass clippings. All of our grass clippings go right back into the yard, and that's why it's so green and beautiful. That and the chickens, that good butt fertilizer we like so much. So let's fire up the Big Mow. We're gonna run around one lap with the rough cut deck, and then we're gonna switch over to the finish deck, the 66-inch finish deck. By the way, you may see our mobile home here in the background. This is a 1990 14x80 mobile home. We paid $3,500 for our house. That's $3,500 that we paid for our house. I gutted it, remodeled it, put new windows, new roof, everything. Probably put about $22,000 into it. We've got under $25,000 in our 1,200 square foot house, and we live on around a 200-acre farm here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. So if you're new to the channel, that's what's up. That's what's going on. Most of the time we do farm videos, but we do a little bit of turf stuff, and that's what today's video is all about. Cool? guess you saw it made quick work and mulched up all this stuff. The way that the rough cut deck works is It's a rear discharge. In other words, it comes out the rear. So it just mulches it right down, and we'll go back over this with the finish mower and we'll mow the yard. We're gonna go hook up to the finish mower. I'll show you how simple it is. We disconnect that, drop it, pull up to the finish mower, latch it in place, and rock and roll. There aren't many zero-turn mowers that I know of that have a modular system like this, so you can have a rough cut deck. If you've got a small acreage like 4 or 5 acres and you don't want to buy a tractor with a big old bush hog, then this could be an option for you. It's a really powerful machine and it chops up everything in its path. It's pretty cool. Let's go out and hook up the finished deck. Let's explain how this deck system works. First of all, we've got a chain that we're going to hook up right here and right here that's going to support this floating foot platform. This works basically on a little carabiner, so we just lift it up and that holds it in place, and we'll put the other chain over here. Guys, I apologize about the wind. As soon as I break the camera out, the wind starts whipping. We got a storm blowing in here. Hopefully we can get this video done today. So I got to bust button and hurry up and get done. Our foot platform is up, it's in position. We're gonna take a push button over here and we're gonna lower the deck, and this is all works on a winch system. So we're gonna lower the deck down to the ground, get a little slack in there, and then there's a pin underneath. Let's show you. I'll lift her up here. There's a pin that holds the deck in place right here. Slide that little guy out, and that's what holds the adjustment strap. Okay, underneath there is a PTO shaft. I'll get you a little close up down here. Okay, here we are. Here's a PTO shaft. Just slips off the yoke just like a standard PTO shaft, and there are some pins right here. We'll slide this pin out, disengage it, slide this pin out, hopefully disengage it. There we go. And these pins will remain loose right here. Now there's an electrical connection that's right here. We'll disconnect those there and right there. And now our deck is completely removed. We'll back off of this deck and we'll hook up to the other deck. We pulled up on here. This is our winch system, and it's a belt type system. So we'll reach in here, we'll hook up our belt. It's made out of like a really tough, almost a seat belt type material. What we're going to do here, we've got these two arms, one arm here, one arm here. They're engaged. We're going to disengage our pins just like so, and we'll take this and we'll winch in until they click into place. I'll show you. There it is. That one's locked, and that one's locked. Now we'll take our electrical connections and hook them up. Green to the green, red to the red. It's about a 10-minute process to switch out the decks on this machine. Whoopsie daisy. All right, I made a little bit more work for myself here. I snagged the chicken coop on the way by. No fun. I'm just gonna zip tie this guy back together. We got one baby bird out she'll find her way back in tonight after the sun goes down. I'll reach and just pick her up and put her back in the coop. But sometimes things like this happen. The never-ending cycle of work here on the farm. I love it. That's a temporary repair. We're gonna have to fix that for sure. Might have to put a whole patch right over top of the spot so that no critters get in there and eat my baby chickens. Well, despite the boo-boo, and now you can see, guys, people talk about these chickens being together like, oh, they're too crowded. You see one chicken gets out, and all he wants to do is get back in. It's a safe place. So he realizes, uh-oh, I'm at risk right here. I think we had a pretty successful day with the Big Mow. There'll be a coupon code and a link down the video description. We started working with Swisher about 2 years ago. They are gonna provide almost $1,000 off of this mower right here. It may be even more than $1,000 off. That is a commercial zero-turn mower. You can get it with just the finished deck, or you can get it with just the rough cut deck. The rough cut deck, I say, would be good for somebody with a small acreage. I don't know, 5 to 10 acres, something like that. And we're mowing somewhere in the neighborhood of 2.5 acres of lawn right here. So that's our yard, that's our mower, that's what we're doing today, guys. Thanks a lot for coming to join me here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Man, look at how beautiful and luscious this grass is. Super duper awesome. Guys, pound that like button on your way out the door. I got a brown thumb. We'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge Farm. All right? Woo!
Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life here in the sweet